Small Business Saturday is just a week away, but some people started shopping early today as part of Wichita's Black Business Tour. It started with a brunch before attendees hopped on shuttles to visit our local businesses. The goal of the event was to promote local and minority-owned businesses. Organizer Tasha Hayes says without it, many of these businesses will fail.
We found that 96% of Black-owned businesses do not make it to their 5th year anniversary due to the lack of visibility and resources. So what better way to kick off the holiday season, Small Business Saturday, than by ensuring that Wichitans know about these businesses and the innovative and creative creators here in Wichita.
Saturday's tour featured 9 Black-owned businesses in downtown Wichita and numerous sponsors.